Good evening, everyone. It's KM here from First Brick Property Buyers Agency, coming to you with a bit of an update from this morning's pre-budget economic update. So, Treasurer Josh Frydenberg has revealed that the Morrison government's massive stimulus programs will leave an $85.8 billion hole in the 2019-20 balance sheets before blowing out to $184.5 billion in 2020-21. According to the Federal Treasurer, the coronavirus economic downturn will cost the budget $32.5 billion in 1920 and $72.2 billion in 2021. This is due to the government's coronavirus economic support, which has seen the deployment of $289 billion in both fiscal and balance sheet support. That's the equivalent of about 15% of Australia's GDP, just under. However, Mr. Frydenberg did say that Australia continues to have a low debt to GDP ratio compared with other countries. Australia has performed better on the health and economic front than almost any other nation in the world, he said. He cited the nation's economic strength going into the crisis as having given us the firepower to respond during the crisis. So essentially saying our fantastic position before the crisis has allowed us to sustain and get through this crisis. He mentioned the actions we have taken have saved lives and livelihoods, which is 100% true. The coronavirus crisis has led to unprecedented economic support to the tune of around $11 trillion here in Australia. Treasurer Frydenberg did state that the support measures have saved over 700,000 jobs, which is a fantastic number considering the other countries and how they have dealt with coronavirus and what their numbers look like. Our gross debt levels are also on the way up. It's estimated that at the end of 1920 financial year, gross debt was around $685 billion, with the net debt around $488 billion. This number is expected to increase and swell up to about $850 billion by the end of the 2021 financial year, while net debt will reach around $677 billion. The federal government was widely expected to deliver its worst budget deficit in 7 years before this morning's announcement. And essentially, they were delivering news that we already knew was coming. So nothing surprising and nothing new there. As a result of the extraordinary uncertainty, the July economic and fiscal update will contain economic and fiscal estimates for 1920 and 2021 only, instead of the usual 4-year forward estimates that they release. The new figures will reveal that the reintroduction of restrictions in Victoria in response to the latest virus outbreak will reduce national real GDP growth by around $3.3 billion. So the Victorian crisis, the second wave happening there, is hitting the economy quite hard. The COVID-19 pandemic is a once-in-a-century shock that is placing immense pressure on health systems and economies all around the world. Australia has outperformed nearly every other country in both health and economic outcomes through the crisis. The progress from the health front will shape and the speed and trajectory for the recovery on Australia. So it's really dependent on how we can deal with the virus and if we can stop it from spreading and stopping second waves and third waves, such as what we're seeing in Victoria at the moment. This will show us how quickly we will recover from this. We will be paying down debt from all the economic stimulus for decades to come. But obviously, the debt was worth obviously saving lives and many jobs in return. The Treasurer also mentioned that the announced measures, together with large declines in taxation receipts, has seen a hit to the bottom line, but this has been necessary in order to cushion the blow for millions of Australians and to keep businesses in business and keep Australians in jobs. So nothing that we didn't really expect to come out from this morning's pre-budget economic update, sorry. But that was the update from this morning, and we'll stay tuned and see what else is coming up, and we'll see what's going on with the virus. Obviously, if the virus numbers continue to grow, we will continue to stay in debt to try and keep people in jobs and keep people afloat. Obviously, if the virus starts to dwindle off, businesses will return We're already seeing business activity increasing by quite a drastic number, slowly, but it is drastic compared to the fall-offs back in March, April. So that's the update from today. It's KM from First Brick Property Buyers Agency. Should you have any questions about the economy or the property markets, or need any help with anything, feel free to touch base, and we will be happy to help you guys. Have a good day. Stay safe. Take care. Bye.